Hello everyone, great to see you back on the Windsor family. Here, we bring you breaking news, fascinating stories, and little-known mysteries of the royal family. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss any updates. In the hushed world of royal symbolism, where every gesture, every placement of a fork, every tilt of a wine glass speaks volumes, observers have begun piecing together an extraordinary tableau of shifting power inside Windsor's grand halls. For while many expected Queen Camilla and First Lady Melania Trump to flank the King and President at the glittering state banquet, it was Catherine, Princess of Wales, who assumed the position of prominence, her presence not only displacing the expected seating chart, but also subtly rewriting the narrative of the evening. For when she approached her seat on President Trump's right, it was he, not an usher, not a footman, who leaned forward and personally pushed in her chair, a chivalrous gesture usually reserved for a spouse, and in a moment that startled the watching press gallery, he addressed her directly, calling her queen, with a fervor that betrayed admiration beyond mere courtesy, repeating "very, very special queen," in a tone half reverent, half enchanted, as his gaze lingered not in the cool detachment of diplomacy, but in the near-romantic admiration of a man dazzled by the force before him, a gaze that continued when he clasped her hand upon arrival, reluctant to release it, whispering words that could be lip-read by more than one camera. "You are so beautiful." Words which alone might have been dismissed as typical Trumpian flattery, were it not for the deeper symbolism swirling beneath the polished surface. For what he appeared truly transfixed by was not only Catherine's grace, but the glittering diadem upon her brow, the lover's knot tiara, once beloved of Princess Diana, reclaimed now by Catherine in what many interpreted as a symbolic act of continuity, defiance, and subtle power. And to Melania, herself a known admirer of Diana's iconic style, the tiara became an unmistakable emblem, binding her allegiance to Catherine in visible warmth and leaving Camilla conspicuously sidelined. Nor was this the first occasion on which Catherine had quietly displaced the queen consort, for when President Macron dined with the royal family, it was again Catherine who sat beside him, receiving the gestures of gallantry normally reserved for a queen, while Camilla lingered in an unnoticed corner of the hall, her smile tight, her eyes searching for Charles's reassurance, though even the king seemed irked, for sources murmured of 3 recent missteps that had strained his patience. Her refusal at the banquet to wear the medal personally bestowed by Elizabeth II, her inattentiveness to her husband while lavishing attention upon Macron, and the scandalous breach of etiquette during the Qatar visit when her wineglass was raised higher than that of the sovereign, a symbolic insult whispered about long after the champagne had been cleared away. Thus, when sharp-eyed observers noticed Trump's glass deliberately placed 2 inches lower than Catherine's, while Charles ensured his own did not surpass the president's, they saw not error but deliberate choreography, a silent acknowledgement of Catherine's ascendance, her tiara shimmering as both relic and prophecy, her role expanding as Camilla's faltered, leaving the lingering question for Britain and beyond. Is the Princess of Wales already rehearsing for the crown? And can she truly embody the role the world seems ready to grant her?